Good afternoon, and welcome to our presentation on maximizing university students' learning through multimodal course delivery, team teaching, and student learning communities.
We are Dr. Claire Ann Sullivan
and Dr. Rosanna Wright,
and we're excited to share with you the results of our comprehensive 3-year study that explores innovative approaches to student engagement in higher education. We teach graduate and undergraduate courses in a program preparing students for pre-K-12 special education certification in Pennsylvania. Holy Family is a small, private, Catholic, co-ed liberal arts university in Philadelphia. As I'm sure is no surprise to you, we live in a new world in higher education, and keeping students engaged in their learning is more challenging than ever before. The reality is simple. Students cannot learn if they are not fully engaged with 3 critical elements: the content, the instructor, and often more meaningfully, each other. Furthermore, students cannot engage if they are not present or comfortable with their learning environment, and they simply will not engage if instruction lacks energy or excitement. This presents a significant challenge for educators seeking to maximize student learning outcomes.
We began our research by surveying students to gather information about their learning experiences during the pandemic. We discovered that approximately 1/3 of the students loved online synchronous instruction, 1/3 hated it, and 1/3 did not care. We also discovered that the majority agreed that they wanted a choice. At that point, we started our 3-year study examining 3 key educational strategies. First, HyFlex course delivery, a flexible format that allows students to choose how they participate in class. Second, team teaching, collaborative instruction that brings multiple perspectives and energy to the classroom. And third, student learning communities, structured groups that enhance peer interaction and support. Our research was based on 3 primary data sources: student feedback, student achievement, and our direct experiences as instructors implementing this teaching model. Let's look at each of these strategies in more detail. Our first major finding centers on the HyFlex course delivery format and includes a synchronous on-campus component, a synchronous online component, and an asynchronous online component. We discovered that this format provides both choice and convenience for students, resulting in 2 significant benefits. It dramatically reduces absenteeism by giving students flexibility in how they attend class, whether physically present, participating remotely, or accessing online modules. More importantly, it enables students to learn in an environment that best suits their own individual needs, learning styles, and life circumstances. This flexibility proved to be a game changer for student engagement and participation. An important discovery in our research was the significant benefit of asynchronous online learning as a support mechanism for synchronous online learning. Rather than viewing asynchronous and synchronous learning as competing approaches, we found they work best as a complementary components of an comprehensive learning experience. Asynchronous elements allow students to review content at their own pace, prepare more thoroughly for synchronous sessions, and engage with materials when they are most mentally ready to learn. This combination creates a more robust and flexible learning ecosystem that meets diverse student needs. To make this multimodal approach practical for instructors, a colleague developed what we call the flexible syllabus model. This innovative approach allows us to seamlessly integrate 3 different course delivery formats within the same course without creating an overly burdensome planning process for faculty. This flexibility reduces instructor workload while maximizing learning opportunities for students. We needed a simplified operation for this to work for us. We're still working on that. We needed enhanced audio and video, also still working on this. And most importantly, a strong collaborative working relationship with our tech people, and we are still working on this. But technology, we found technology to be the most challenging aspects.
Finding 2. Our second major finding relates to the power of team teaching when implemented according to established best practices as outlined by researchers like Marilyn Friend, including pre-planned alternative formats, clear rules, and clear expectations. We found that team teaching adds tremendous energy and excitement to synchronous class sessions, regardless of whether students are participating remotely or are physically present in the classroom. It also supports the use of various technologies throughout the class session. The dynamic interaction between instructors creates a more engaging learning environment, models collaborative behavior for students, and provides multiple perspectives on course content, resulting in heightened levels of insight for both students and instructors. This approach consistently resulted in higher levels of student engagement and participation during class sessions, reinforcing the power of choice. Our third major finding highlights the transformative power of student learning communities. These structured groups provide an added dimension to the learning experience through 3 key benefits. First, they create an enhanced comfort level and sense of belonging when students work with their community members, reducing anxiety and building confidence. Second, they foster an increased willingness to take part in class discussions as students feel more supported and less isolated. And third, they establish a crucial sense of safety and security in both classroom and virtual environments, which is essential for meaningful learning to occur. Student learning communities build trust and interdependence among members. One of the practical challenges we addressed was maintaining student learning communities when some students are remote while others are physically present in the classroom. With considerable student input, we developed a technology-based solution that maintains the integrity of these communities regardless of how students choose to participate. This solution ensures that the benefits of learning communities, the comfort, willingness to participate, and sense of security remain consistent whether students are learning in person, online, or in a hybrid format. The key is creating seamless communication channels and collaborative tools that work equally well across all modalities.
Our study took place over 6 semesters and involved a total of 64 students. The results of implementing these 3 strategies were significant and measurable. Our measurable outcomes include 1, no difference in academic achievement between students choosing different course delivery formats, and student achievement showed improvement in both individual assignments and collaborative projects. 2, reduction in absenteeism. We had only 5 absences over 3 years, and we saw increased participation in rates across all course delivery formats. Number 3, approximately a third of the students chose the remote option at least once during each semester. Number 4, students report challenges with communication when technology fails to function as expected. And 5, students report appreciation of choice in participation. Most importantly, student feedback consistently indicated higher levels of satisfaction with their learning experience and increased sense of connection to their peers and instructors. Specifically, students appreciate the respect for their time, learning styles, and stressors. Students like the connection to their student learning community. Students like the high degree of interaction with their classmates and with us. And students appreciate the less formal, more engaged, more creative, and more trusting environment. Despite any challenges, these outcomes demonstrate that when students have choice, excitement, and community, learning flourishes.
As we look to the future of higher education, several trends support the continued relevance of this approach. The ongoing need for flexibility in course delivery as student populations become more diverse. Growing recognition of the importance of community and connection in learning, especially in digital environments. Increased emphasis on collaborative and experiential learning approaches, and the continued evolution of educational technology that supports multimodal delivery. We thought of it as where we started and where we are now. We started with a traditional, static teaching and learning environment. All classes were on site. There was a binary choice, attend on site or not. Faculty was one-person show. Absenteeism was an issue, and there was a limited use of technology. Where we are now, we believe that we are providing an innovative and dynamic learning experience. High-flex attendance options are very popular with the students. Student learning communities provide cohesion as well as support. Collaborative planning and instruction has led to more dynamic, absolutely more dynamic class presentations, and there is a diverse and varied use of technology.
In conclusion, our 3-year study demonstrates that the combination of high-flex course delivery, team teaching, and student learning communities create a powerful framework for maximizing student learning in today's challenging educational environment. The key insight is that students thrive when they have a choice in how they learn, excitement in their learning experience, and community with their peers. Thank you, and get in touch with us if you have any questions or would like more information.